I've been planning to make this presentation for a good while because, as we said at our banquet, we are in transition, and our motto for the year is "We mean business," and I wanted to give people an idea of just exactly what we mean by that. Because we are in transition, I think that I came in October in a part-time basis. I came in without the office being staffed for a good period of time, so there was a whole log of phone calls that I had to answer. And I think that it may be valuable just what has been my evolving perception of what chambers are, what they do best, and what we can best do in terms of driving business to our investors. So our mission now for the Chamber is to assist member businesses in their pursuit of prosperity, growth, and efforts to encourage a political and economic environment that sustains community of diverse businesses, supports workforce development, attracts new businesses, and encourages natural resource development, current and future. And we need to drive more business to our businesses. The Chamber is an association of businesses. There are other groups that aren't necessarily businesses that are part of it, but a lot of the reason why they're part of it is because we are an association, the lead association of businesses. We need to help build a growing population of buyers, of participants in our economy, of your clients. We need to provide updated information that helps you, or gives you access to information that helps you run your business more effectively and profitably. And the other, which is a very big issue with the Chamber as well, and the one that maybe the Chamber has been doing its best job at, I believe, over time, is working for an alignment of government and business interest. And that involves all the different things we do with the legislative fly-in, resource issues, and all these things. Is that, of course, sometimes government helps, sometimes it gets in the way. It always needs an alignment, and the Chamber has always taken a role in aligning that. But it's really just 5 things. So I translate it and it makes it easier going into work. And I always ask a question when someone calls up with an idea to do something: does it drive business to our members? And as you see, these other things, the government, the information, helping build the population of Ketchikan, building your client base, all ends up coming down to driving more business to your businesses. So that's what we are. That's what we think of ourselves as, or what I think of us as. But I think it's interesting to think, and it's been very interesting to me, to see what other people think the Chamber as. And that's where all these phone calls came in. And it's a unique perspective of how people are perceiving. We get calls, tons of calls every day from all over the country. And the things they call about fall under a number of different categories, which I think are illustrative. One is, for many people, chambers of commerces are like the first in the trenches, first volley of the Better Business Bureau. And so we get calls all the time, particularly during the tourist season, with people that have concerns because they bought something and it was supposed to be shipped and it hasn't shown up, or they bought something and it broke, or they can't reach the person to kind of fix a deal that they had. That was, when I started part-time in October, it was just a slew of calls that were all about that. But the biggest one, the absolute biggest one that we end up providing, and this applies to the app, is that they look for the Chamber as a trusted directory. And so, maybe the funniest one for a directory is, I need a divorce lawyer. It's got to be a woman and meaner than a junkyard dog. That's, but it's, the list goes on and on in terms of the Walmart offices in New York calling to look for someone who can be service doors, people that are looking for the right business, a trusted business, where should they shop, where should I stay, looking for a direct way to spend money or find something, find a service, find someone to pay money to for something in this town. And what I realized more than ever in this lesson is that the very powerful way that chambers are trusted. And chambers are trusted to provide good information and information of good businesses. And I think that that is something that I think the chamber can do more in this town to really end up connecting with all the different people that are coming in, whether it be through cruise ships or visitors or people that already live here, people that are moving in, is building a coherent and easy to use directory. The other call that sometimes we get, which are very informative, are things that tell us what we're doing wrong. Like, for instance, a call, I was just on your website and I just couldn't get my information, so I called you. So that's helping us figure out how we're going to become a better directory. One of the things that I think with this app, which is my chamber app, is that it is a company. There's other people that are rapidly trying to do apps for Ketchikan and for Alaska. But some of them have this business model, like I think National Geographic is one of them that's trying to do an app for Alaska. But what they're doing is they're calling around trying to find somebody in Ketchikan that will then call different businesses and places in Ketchikan in order to provide them with people that will pay them to build an app. Well, what will pay them to be in their app? Well, what these guys have figured out, and I think it's really in the future of apps for communities, is that in fact the chambers of commerces are already in place naturally to provide that information. We have a directory. We have update information. We can get you to the right bank. We have that already in store, and so we have a leg up in terms of really being able to provide this unique new tool that technology provides that can get people information they want to need.